Typhoon caused waterlogging and blackouts on Sakhalin. A typhoon came to the south of Sakhalin. The regional center has suffered the most from the elements. There is waterlogging, a large private sector was left without light. Schoolchildren have cancelled classes. Sakhalin Governor Valery Limarenko said that 10 residential buildings were flooded, 6 apartment buildings, and more than 500 private houses, where more than 2.6 thousand people live, were de-energized. According to the Regional Emergency Situations Ministry, heavy rains are forecast in 7 municipalities in the south of the island. Schools in the south of the island cancelled classes for the first and second shifts due to weather conditions. This affected pupils in Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk, Korsakov, Dolinsk districts, as well as the village of Troitskoye in the Niva district. Air flights from Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk to the Kuril island of Kunashir and to Savitskaya Gavin were postponed for a day due to bad weather. In early September, the emergency regime was introduced in 3 districts in the south of Sakhalin due to heavy rains. More than 300 houses and schools were flooded. The bad weather left more than 2.5 thousand people without electricity. A 2-story apartment building in Alaska collapsed into raging waters due to a glacial dam break. The tragic moment was caught on video. It shows a house in the administrative center of Alaska, Juneau, is swept away by the Mendenhall River. The water reportedly destroyed at least 2 buildings, damaged others and eroded riverbanks over the weekend, but has thankfully started to recede recently. No injuries or fatalities have been reported. City officials said they are working to assess the damage. According to the publication, such floods occur when glaciers melt and pour huge amounts of water into nearby lakes. Scientists say such floods pose a risk to about 15 million people worldwide, more than half of them in India, Pakistan, Peru and China. The U.S. National Weather Service says such floods are not uncommon, but this one was extreme. The erosion caused by the rapid flow of water was unprecedented, meteorologists say. A thick smog has obscured India's most popular landmark, the Taj Mahal. The haze has enveloped the entire city of Agra. Now the air quality index is fixed at 171, which is considered moderately polluted. But it is for Agra that this index is very high. The smog in the air was created due to burning of more than 20 million tons of dry stalks after rice harvesting in North India, despite an official ban. The soot is concentrated in New Delhi, which is located in a low-lying region. In many areas of the capital, the air quality index exceeded 468 points, with a norm between 0 and 50. Local authorities have decided to close all schools in the Indian capital until November 10. However, pupils of 10th and 12th grades will continue to study. They have exams ahead of them. The number of victims of torrential rains in Beijing has risen to 11, 27 more people are missing. 127,000 local residents were evacuated from dangerous areas. On the streets of Beijing, a powerful stream washes away everything in its path. Even people. A real apocalypse. Fallen trees, destroyed buildings. Houses have not withstood the onslaught. Fujian province was the worst hit. The disaster damaged about 5,000 houses and some destroyed completely. Farmland was also damaged. According to rough estimates, the damage amounted to 3 billion yuan. Downpours flooded all the roads. Some were washed away to the ground. In Hebei province, a flood swept away half of a railroad bridge. No trains running, no airplanes flying. It's all because of Typhoon Dakshari. It's the one that brought the rain. It's been raining for 5 days now. There's too much water and it's coming from everywhere. From air conditioners, sofas and under the roof. Like a key beats from under the mall tiles, and it's even dangerous to open the kitchen cabinet now. People are fleeing without a backward glance. Those who did not take shelter from the flooding have died. Water levels in 13 rivers in Beijing have reached critical levels. Utility workers are pumping out the water, but it's not helping. It fills the rivers again in seconds. Because of the incessant downpours in 12 districts of the Chinese capital, declared the highest red level of weather danger. Evacuation of people in the western part of the city is underway. Weather forecasters warned. Downpours will continue and there will be new problems. Transportation collapse in southern Germany. The reason is the rains that hit the region. The Bavarian city of Nuremberg suffered the most. Its streets went underwater. Basements and underground parking lots flooded. People had to get out of their cars through the windows. Pedestrians were waist-deep in water. Residents complained about problems with electricity. The day before, Frankfurt and Main Airport cancelled dozens of flights because of the bad weather. Earthquake in the Philippines. 15 dead, dozens missing. Two powerful earthquakes have struck the Philippines in 2 days. In the north of the Philippines there was a powerful earthquake that killed at least 15 people, dozens are considered missing. It is noted that through the powerful tremors, tens of thousands of Filipinos in the province of Pampanga hurriedly left their homes. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the strength of the tremors amounted to 6.1 points on the Richter scale. The epicenter of the earthquake was near the Philippine capital Manila. As a result of powerful tremors, several buildings were destroyed. A supermarket was located in one of the multi-story buildings destroyed by the cataclysm. As of Tuesday morning, rescuers managed to extract from under the rubble of 15 bodies of the victims. It is not excluded that the number of dead can still increase significantly because dozens of people were under the rubble. As a result, a new powerful earthquake with a magnitude of 6.3 was reported. This time the tremors were recorded in the central part of the Philippines. The epicenter of the earthquake lay at a depth of 70.2 kilometers. 10 people have been killed in a devastating tornado in eastern China. More than 5,000 people were injured. Hundreds of destroyed houses were left where the tornado passed through. Streets of cities are littered with fragments of roofs, debris of buildings and street structures. Operational services are working in the disaster zone. They have been transferred to a reinforced mode of work. A powerful hurricane passed through Karelia. The wind was so strong that it felled trees and broke electric wires. As a result, 45 settlements were de-energized. Now electricians are restoring power supply. Socially important objects are being prioritized. Earlier, the chairman of the State Committee of Karelia on Life Support and Safety of the Population, Oleg Polyakov, said that the energy sector had entered the high alert mode in advance. Emergency brigades are working. The morning was not the kindest for the citizens of Nizhny Novgorod. Since nightfall, the city was hit by a heavy downpour, which left the city stuck in traffic jams. A couple of hours later, the situation worsened. The rain was suddenly replaced by a powerful snowfall, which became a huge problem for drivers and those who were in a hurry to do business. By the way, there have been multi-kilometer traffic jams on the roads for half a day already. Forecasts of forecasters do not predict anything good until tomorrow morning. Just a few hours later, winter came to Nizhny Novgorod. The city was covered with a powerful snowfall, which even forecasters did not warn about. At this point, the roads were paralyzed even more severely. Only a few drivers changed their summer tires. With every hour the elements only gained momentum, and by lunchtime the snowfall spread like in the coldest days of winter. The situation was aggravated by the hurricane wind, which blew down pedestrians hiding behind umbrellas and trees. Because of the bad weather, more than 40 settlements in the region were left without electricity. It is not known how long Nizhny Novgorod residents will have to sit without light. According to the forecasts of the Ministry of Emergency Situations, wind and snow will remain in the region until tomorrow morning. And by the evening in the region is expected to be icy. Such an early snowfall is not quite usual for the region. As noted in the Regional Ministry of Emergency Situations, this year's snow fell 10 days earlier than usual. The forecast of weather forecasters, alas, is disappointing.